You gotta forgive them. You really gotta forgive them. And you know that too. Yeah, but Sam, they didn't even apologize. They didn't even seem like they were sorry. You gotta forgive them. Sam, what they did to me was horrible. Why shouldn't I do back to them what they did to me? Forgive them. Yeah, but they don't deserve it. This has been happening for so long. Forgive them. But I just don't forgive them. You have to. You have to. In order to grow, you gotta forgive. You can't hold on to unforgiveness. All that does is stunt your growth, prevents you from building character. And instead of growing up, you just grow old instead. It's really that severe. And even if the unforgiveness that you hold isn't towards somebody that is outside of your body, but if it is you yourself, man, forgive yourself. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what you did or what they did. The past and what people have done, that doesn't define you. That doesn't define anyone. You're not defined by your mistakes. Holding on to unforgiveness is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to suffer. It really does no harm to anybody except yourself. You immerse yourself in a spiritual fog that will not clear unless you make room for it to clear. You're going to hold on to weight and you're going to carry burdens that are going to drain you. They're only going to hurt you. They're going to weigh you down and they're going to crush you. That's why you have to let it go. When something's too heavy for you, what do? You let go of it. In the same way, yes, this person has probably ripped you off. This person has probably abused you. This person has probably betrayed you time and time again. Or maybe this is about yourself. Maybe you've done things in the past that you just can't even imagine and process that you actually did those things. That should they even be worthy of forgiveness? That they should actually be something that should be forgiven, man. You got to let go. I can speak for myself. From living away, from living a lifestyle and doing things in the past, it was so hard to forgive myself. Really hard. But even though it was something that I felt like I didn't deserve, just because it was something that I felt doesn't mean that it was truth. And this makes sense because truth is objective. And holding on to unforgiveness does you no good, and you know that too. You know, even though it's hard to forgive this person or yourself, even though that it's going to be hard, even though you're going to question, man, why should I forgive this person? Why should I forgive myself? And why would I? You have to remember, any and all of the times where you have been forgiven, where you have begged for forgiveness, where you have made mistakes, where you have made the wrong turn, where you have acted out poorly, unprofessionally, when you have done things that you then realized, I wish I never did that. I see that as a mistake. I see how that affected not just myself, but other people. I see how that did nothing but plant a seed in my heart of resentment, of bitterness, of anger that is only going to take root and grow. If it is not something that I pluck out, if it is not something that I cut and uproot from my heart, it's only gonna grow. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 31 through 32 says this: Get rid of all anger, all bitterness, and all wrath away from you. Be kind to one another, tender-hearted, and forgiving one another as God in Christ has forgiven you. Look, it's been hard to forgive people, to forgive yourself. That's not easy. It's easier said than done. But another thing to put into perspective is who has forgiven you? Who have you asked for forgiveness? Who has forgiven you for the wrong that you have done? And most importantly, God forgiving us in Jesus coming down, the one who is known without any sin, being punished as if he was all sin. Man, that guy was whipped, he was beaten, he was spat on, he was mocked, he was forced to carry a cross for miles, he was hung up, nailed to a wooden crossbeam for hours. But what does he pray? What does he pray to these people while his hands and feet are being nailed to this wooden crossbeam? He prays, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Oh my gosh. Man, I could tell you, if I was being nailed to a cross, I would say, God, nail these people right now, just as they have nailed me. They do not deserve my forgiveness. Look what they're doing to me. But that's not what he says. He prays, Father, forgive them, for they know not what they're doing. So, forgive them. Pray for strength to forgive this person. Find it in your heart to lead with love, to lead with grace instead of bitterness, and stray away and turn away from the path of vengeance and continuously step forth on and into the path of forgiveness, of mercy, because strength doesn't lie in what you can do outwardly. Strength comes from inside of you. Having the strength to say to that person, I know what you did to me. I understand it and I accept it. But I forgive you because I love you more than any pain and suffering that you can cause to me. That's powerful. That's really powerful. So forgive them. As hard as it's going to be, it's not like this is going to be an overnight thing. No. You got to work up the peace to keep in your heart. Pray for peace. Pray for the strength to forgive whoever it is that you hold to unforgiveness. I love you guys so much. I love y'all so much. I don't know. What should we type in the comments? I don't know. No one really types in the comments, but I might keep these going. You know what I mean? I think put in the comments right here. Type this. Say, I will forgive others as God in Jesus Christ has forgiven me. It's hard. Forgive them. And if it's yourself, forgive you. Everyone deserves love. I love y'all so much. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.